and so is the rest of the world, living in shit, dealing with the consequences of our actions. Now, people might want to say that, getting dirty looks already. People might want to say that animal agriculture has nothing to do with what's happening in forest fires or climate change. And you can have your opinions. I don't care. You can have your opinions. But we're still look at this guy's wagon. What do you got to say? You swearing at me like a little baby? Little baby swearing at me, eh? Yeah. What do you got to say for yourself? You're putting mother cows in the slaughterhouses, huh? What do you got to say for yourself? You yell at me, you come out here, you call me cocksucker, you call me all these names. Why? What do you got to hide?
You are one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that must mean the way you talk to someone from the public. I can't imagine the way you treat the animals, buddy. You beat them too? You beat them? Beat them.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, buddy. The way you act, the aggressiveness, the things you call people. Yeah. Yeah. So now you go sexual, right?
Yeah.
What else do you do on your farms, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Sure, buddy. Guy's always aggressive, always losing his mind. If what he was doing was right, if what he was doing was okay, why would he get so aggressive? Why would he be yelling at me? Why would he be calling me names? Why would he be talking about sexual things when it comes to what's happening here? Again, he's bringing mother cows to slaughter. For what? So now I'm getting yelled at both directions. So I'm getting yelled at here behind me, and I'm getting yelled at over here. What do you got to say? I'm more than willing to interview you, buddy. Here we go, we got somebody else coming up to me. Can I help you? Did you have something to say? No? Well, because you were yelling over here. Was that you yelling over here? Okay. Huh? Mechanic. Yeah, they kill the poor cows in there, right? The poor mothers. Sometimes they're pregnant still. Yeah. This guy's still here. He can go. He's waiting here and he's still trolling me. So it says a lot. It does say a lot about how these people treat other people, first of all. I'm expressing my fundamental freedoms of expression. We can have differences, but he sits here, he calls me names, he threatens me, he swears at me. You should hear what he says to the women. Imagine that. Imagine that. And he's still yapping. He's still yelling at me. And I'm just sitting here. He's parked over here. He could be going home. He could be going elsewhere, but he's sitting here yapping his fucking face off at me. He's got his child in the front seat, by the way. He's got his child in the front seat, by the way. Can you imagine? Just spewing hatred at me. Spewing hatred. Talking about women, talking about sex. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Guys, this is part of ProjectLiveStream. We're at slaughterhouses all over the world, and we're exposing this disgusting industry for what it is. We have people yelling at us. If it was okay, if everything was fine with what they're doing, then why are they stopping and yelling at us? Why are they killing us? Why are they trolling us? Why are the horrible people in the chat saying the stupidest, weirdest things ever, right? It's because they know what they're doing is wrong. It's because deep down inside, we all know it's wrong, right? But conditioning goes far. Hopefully this guy wakes up someday. He actually used to be a little bit nicer. He would wave, but now he just swears and yells. and he waits for all this time to leave. And I was just simply filming, right? Yeah, it's true. Look at this death truck here, guys. So mother cows were on this truck earlier, and this guy always has something to say, yelling at us, swearing at us, saying the most vile, disgusting things. And I don't trust him, right? He's obviously very triggered. So this is St. Helens. They stab mother cows in the throat repeatedly. While blood is coming out of their throats, the cows are screaming. Can you imagine the pain and the anguish these poor cows, at a fraction of their lifespan, what they go through? Can you imagine having to go through that? I've been yelled at. I've had a guy drive his car really close to me, slam on his brakes, the security guy. Can you imagine? St. Helens, yes, this is Toronto. The most disgusting street in Toronto, I would say by far. The stench, you can't even imagine the smell, how horrific it is. It looks like I hit break time, so obviously the employees are outside, and so I got to deal with that. And people get heated, people get mad, they get aggressive. And again, if you were happy with what you choose to do, you're okay with what happens, then why go at me? Why yell? You should be more than happy to just carry on with your day. I'm simply here recording, having my own opinion, but like yelling and swearing and being aggressive. I had a guy hit me. I had a guy tell a driver to run me over, and this was all captured live. Can you imagine? This is what happens as a result of slaughterhouses. Once again, guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're open-minded to change, 3 if you guys think that we should still exploit animals, and by exploit I mean unnecessarily use them. We don't have to. We can move away from this. We don't have to be awful to animals. And again, I've been vegan for 12 years. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. Let's see some green hearts. That's great. Some call me Fur. Thank you, No Injustice, Jury, Maria. Thank you guys for being here, always supporting me and helping me get through these streams, because sometimes they're very difficult. I got yelled at just as I walked in. That's why I turned on my stream where I did. I was getting yelled at by the driver. I was getting yelled at by employees. There's another death truck coming out right now. Aggressive employees, but obviously people are aggressive because it's a violent industry. They kill animals. And again, the idea is it necessary? Is it necessary to have death trucks roaming around our street? Look at this thing, this death truck. A declaration of violence here. Look at this thing. Can you imagine putting innocent cows, they slide around in their feces. When I worked as a slaughterhouse inspector, I saw mother cow pregnant. Her head was crushed in, her baby's head was crushed in. She gave birth on the disgusting truck, and you could barely make out the calf because they were covered in feces. All covered in feces. Disgusting, disgusting industry. And this is, again, completely unnecessary. What is wrong that we live in a society that thinks this is acceptable? Again, we have to talk about necessity. I just saw on this guy's truck, inside the cab on the passenger side, he had cow skin, mother cow skin, right on the seat, as a declaration of violence. And that's what this industry is. It's nothing more than violence. It's legalized violence. People go into these places, they stab cows in the face all day long, and what do you think happens to their mentality? Yes, they take it home. They turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they turn to addictions. This is very common. And increased violent crime rates, if you can imagine, of course, including sexual assault. What's crazy to me is that people think this is acceptable, that women would have to be sexually assaulted as a result of slaughterhouses like this. And yes, it's a slaughterhouse where they execute animals. Now, people are wondering about the title here, the title of the stream. Whether or not you believe in climate change, I don't care. The science is pretty clear. But whether or not you believe it or not, we are still destroying ecosystems. Feces from the cows, they have nowhere else to put it. So animal agriculture has convinced you that we need to use feces as inputs. Where else are they going to put all the cow shit? Where else are they going to put it? They're going to put it in your fields with your crops. Hi, Dave. Alicia, thanks for being here. They're going to put it in your crops, your fields, increasing your risk of zoonotic diseases, pathogens, again, and destroying the environment. If you look at animal agriculture's use of our land, our water streams, and you know, they have sewage pits. You can watch Cowspiracy, actually. It can show you exactly what takes place. I've had workers yelling the entire time because again, what's happening isn't right. Now they feel like it's a threat to their livelihood, but the reason they're yelling is because they have to somehow justify this. They have to somehow act as if this is okay. And also, you know, a lot of them are temporary foreign workers, right? So if their job gets eliminated, where are they going to go? The only reason St. Helens tries to get these people employed is because they can't get anybody else to work these jobs. Who the fuck is going to work these jobs? So they prey on immigrants, refugees. Some slaughterhouses in the United States even reported, this is what we find out, use children as cleaners on kill floors. Can you imagine children? So also people talk about you know, other issues, and this guy Dusty, like, problem solved. No, the problem is not using, like, you're using cows, you're using animals, you're viewing them as property, as commodities, as things for you when it's absolutely not necessary. And Caroline is another one who consistently talks about she doesn't care. I mean, I'd imagine, like, if anybody else was in this position, if you were in this position, if anybody else was in this position, you would want somebody to protect you and pull you out of that situation. I'm going to show you guys later what the conditions are that some of these workers work in. I'm going to show you how bad that is for the environment. And people want to talk about burning fires in Canada. Well, why do you think, you know, like, even if you don't think that's the cause, you're still causing environmental damage. You're still causing ecosystem destruction. You're still causing higher cancer rates. You're still causing, well, no, you can't be an animal lover and do that, Caroline. That's the dumbest thing anybody ever says. So we have a violent group of people over here who consistently harass me. It's amazing that St. Helens is allowed to employ people that harass, even assault physically, people that are just trying to film. We're simply out on the side of the road filming. My activist friend over here, the sober vegan, is live right now. And we're simply just putting a camera, a spotlight on what takes place. Often breaking the rules here, guys. As again, I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. You'll see somebody running, I'm sure soon. Leaving the doors open. So even as an inspector, even as, and the police are here, which is not a surprise, you know, wasting our taxpayer dollars. So they leave the doors open. Well, you're not allowed to leave the doors open, even as an inspector in the industry. So right in there, I'd imagine that's some part of the cooling system. So you're looking at also animals getting inside, or bugs, increasing temperature. Like, oftentimes my role was temperature checks. And so I would do a temperature check right now, and you would see spikes, but it wouldn't match up to the catalogs, right? Because, I mean, oftentimes workers don't want to be there every hour on the hour or every time that their standard operating procedure said so. So yeah, just leaving the door open. If you're a inspector, where the hell are you? Amazing. But that always happens here because inspectors are token positions as well. They don't care. So, guys, it is so hot out too. And like, can you imagine yesterday, all the animals were being transported in 38 C temperatures. Can you imagine? That's exactly how St. Helens and other people feel about animals here. They're just commodities. The last time I streamed here, they were literally having a barbecue. And this isn't accidental. They do this on purpose so that way they can convince their employees even more that what they're doing is okay, so they can indoctrinate, de-individualize the animals that they're slicing open every single day. Can you imagine? It's crazy. So my friend here, another damn vegan, Laura, how are you doing?
I'm good, and it's the sober vegan.
Oh, sorry, the sober vegan. I just said sober vegan over there.
It's all right, it's good. We're all,
so we're live right now. Yeah, are you live?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Yeah, for 9:45.
Oh, you're doing 9:45.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Oh, of course.
The smell.
Absolutely. I know, it's terrible.
You saw some of the animals come in then?
Well, no, not yet. I saw there was one truck that was already in.
Yeah.
And he just left about 5 minutes ago. But what I thought was weird, when you're walking along Guns Road there was a slaughter truck sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were no cows in it.
No, this guy sticks around, and as I was walking up, he was yelling at me. So this guy, I would watch out for him. He's a little bit,
okay.
He says disgusting things to like sexual things.
Ew.
And then he also is very violent. He has his child right beside him too, by the way.
Are you serious?
He brings his child to the slaughterhouse,
God.
yeah.
Oh, talk about indoctrination.
Yeah.
God,
So
seriously?
just watch out. He's always got the red truck there.
Okay.
He's a lunatic.
He's unhinged.
Honestly, he's not all there. So
All right, okay,
just be
good.
careful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for being here, Laura.
Oh, you bet. Thank
The
you.
sober vegan, guys, go check her out. She's live soon. We have people yelling, screaming. This is like pretty par for the course. This is pretty normal, guys. People losing their minds at these places. Think about it. You're seeing violence happen all day. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my tripod here, guys. You're seeing violence all day long. You're seeing people stab innocent animals, screaming animals all day long. So, of course, what's going to happen? Guys, this is part of Project Livestream. We are global. We are all over the place. My friends Mel and Steve were live earlier. They're incredible activists. We've created now 13 Project Livestreams and over 100 million views since we've started all of this. So it's been really impactful. We've reached a lot of people. Slaughterhouse workers have crossed the line because of what we've been doing. It's been, and they're literally live today, which is amazing. So it just goes to show, like myself, change is inevitable. It's going to happen. And so all we have to do is just drop our ego, leave the freaking animals alone, and live vegan. Hey, soy daddy in the house. Thank you. I will try to have a good stream. I was being yelled at earlier, cursed at. This guy's always here. It's like he comes here every day, and I think he gets enjoyment out of it because he waited over there, and you can see earlier in the stream, and he's just waiting. I think he's waiting every single day to see if we show up so he can yell at us and curse at us and talk sexual to us. These farmers often do talk sexual because a lot of them are actually molesting the animals. They're putting their hands inside animals, they're touching their parts, they're ripping off their parts, they're thumping them, they're stealing their babies. So this is like par for the course. This is pretty normal. This is like what happens in this industry, and they indoctrinate their children through things like H4 and other ways. They kill their friends. They get them to raise them as calves, as children. They get them to raise them as calves. And then guess what? They kill them in front of their kids to psychologically de-individualize the animals for the farmers, so they can not have any like pushback as the kids grow up. Can you imagine, like, if the kid never saw that happen and never was indoctrinated at such a young age? Of course the child's then going to have some pushback. So the farmer's like, well, why don't I sign them up with this program and then have my child witness killing someone they love and they care about, and then now they too can be part of that system of indoctrination, exploitation, and making profits for generational wealth. At the end of the day, it's all generational wealth. These farmers, all they care about is money. They don't care about your environment. They don't care about the ecosystem. They don't care about the animals. Absolutely, who does? Sending them to a death house like this, no one's gonna care about the animals, guys. That's insane. They say, oh, the animals live better lives than you do. Sure they do, buddy. Living in their feces on a bed of dirt? I don't think so. Never being able to go out in anywhere, or having a bodily autonomy, being forced to be pregnant, force feeding, genetically modified or altered. Like, these things happen in this industry. It's absolutely disgusting. And that's why we're here. We're here to show the truth. At this place, it's called St. Helens, where they stab mother cows in the throat. Guys, they had a barbecue here last week, or 2 weeks ago. They had a barbecue out right at the gates here. Can you imagine, with their employees? This is after some guy is stabbing the cow in the jugular while she's hung upside down, maybe even pregnant. Can you imagine the psychology, the mental warfare that takes place at places like this disgusting hellhole facility, which is called a slaughterhouse? These places need to close. And guys, think about it. Draculum, thank you for being here. Nilf, think about it. Like, this is not necessary. Again, if you had a notion that it might be necessary, then I could almost understand, but it's not. We've learned this. So now what's your excuse? If it was dogs, you would be out here with me. But because we changed the animal just by a little bit, right, we justify the violence here. See, this 17 mic player has always said, see, this is where people that have killed, guys, take a look at 17 player Mike. Look at his comments, the derangement, because Mike is probably a hunter, hangs heads on a wall as his justification, saying that this is better for the environment, or we use the entire body, hangs heads on the walls as trophies, executes innocent deer in the wild, and then what? For what? He doesn't have to do it. He justifies it and glorifies it in his home, so he keeps, like a serial killer, having their heads, you know, mantled, or their body parts, or coming back to the scene of the accident, you know, things like that. Say, excuse me. Insane. So I think Mike Player is an actor, right? He comes here, he tries to disturb things, tries to make shit up about people, when in reality, who knows what someone who speaks like that, who knows what he does to the poor animals on his farm, or he goes out and hunts. I think he said he was a hunter. The derangement that happens, the de-individualization of these animals, like Caroline, for example, not viewing them as even sentient beings. Not even, like, they would value a rock and the animal the same if the animal had no monetary or taste value for them, right? That's how far and deranged people have come, and this is what programs like 4-H and other programs have done to de-individualize these beings, like I have been saying. Guys, 1, in the chat if you're vegan, 2, if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3, if you are like that player Mike and think it's okay to exploit others unnecessarily. It doesn't have to happen. 4, if you are a hunter. 5, if you are a farmer. Guys, this is part of Project Livestream. This is global. We were live at a number of slaughterhouses today, and we've done a number of these streams, and we continue to do them. This is part of Project Livestream number 13, guys. 100 million views we reach with the live streams, the reels, the short, all in big part, and thanks to Mel and Steve, incredible activists out in the UK, doing it and busting it all the time for the animals. If you don't know who they are, go over to It's at Mel and Steve, hit subscribe, tell them hello, and thank them for all they do. A number of activists in the chat as well. Guys, one in the chat if you're a content creator. Guys, go over and subscribe to these people. They bust it all the time for the animals as well. There's no more noble cause. And guys talk about like what they can do for the environment, or what they can do about war, or what they can do about poverty. Guess what? You can't really do that much about it unless if governments sign on, or if you can convince oil execs to wake up, or other industries to stop polluting. But guess what? With animal exploitation, all you have to do is go like this, from right here to right here, literally change the product that you're eating. Stop viewing animals as commodities, as resources. They're not ours to use. They have their own individual interests. Leave them alone. Let's go. Yes, Joe. Let's go, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from too. Sorry, it's very hard to see the screen because it's very bright out. It's fucking hot out. Those poor animals. Can you imagine? Some of them are coming 30 plus hours all the way from Alberta to Toronto. For what? Some of them are pregnant. Can you imagine having to stand on a truck that's moving around, sliding in your feces and urine? Insane what we do to innocent sentient beings for someone like Habakkuk, whatever his name is, to exploit innocent animals. And they'll talk about things like, what is it, crop deaths. Joe Rogan brought this guy, I can't remember his name, onto his podcast, brought up these numbers about animals dying in crops. Well, guys, just so you know, thank you, Dave. Just so you know, they counted a square area, counted all the animals, and assumed that those animals never leave the area. They just sit in one spot their entire lives, so that they don't move, which is insane. And then if a massive harvester moving at the speed of, well, what do you call it? What's that movie? Oh my God, now I can't think of the movie. With Austin Powers, yeah. Driving at the speed of Austin Powers, like the guy screaming, like these people just don't comprehend. They just buy into whatever they're told online and then they parrot. I'm retired, so why would I get a job? They parrot what they've heard. Isn't that crazy? They just parrot what they've heard rather than actually doing research. So I'll steel man the argument for you. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more crops to feed 93 billion, maybe 100 billion land animals. It's going to cause way more deaths, way more crop deaths, if that's what you're concerned about, which you're not. It's clear. It's going to cause that much more deaths than, rather than cutting out the middleman. The animals eat like 10x the times we do. Look at the amount of fresh water we are losing to feed a cow. 50 gallons, what, a day? Like, and then people talk about data centers. Well, I agree, we can be better with data centers. That's not going anywhere though, guys, just so you know. Something that we can't really do on an individual level is cause that change. And animal agriculture is definitely using AI, not only shoving their arms in the anuses of cows, but they're also using AI to spread disinformation campaigns against vegans, spreading misinformation about plant-based dieting and stuff like that, which is insane. So I'm sorry, we're gonna have to keep up. David Rams actually had a good video, if you wanna go check him out, about that. And of course, we should be mindful and we should try to challenge that along with poverty, along with war and all these things. We can be against all these things, but the very simple thing you can do is not exploit animals. And that's the easiest solution. because you can actually affect change for those individuals, right? So I estimate between, you can hear the animals inside screaming. So you can literally take 5,000, what I estimate 5,000 to 20,000 animals out of the equation just by you. Imagine 5,000 animals were lined up right in front of you and a knife was thrown in front of you and you were told that in order to eat animal products for the rest of your life, you have to kill every single one of those animals, or you can just drop the knife and have, you know, the food you need, plentiful, whatever. Most people would choose not to stab the animal in the throat. It's not in our nature to do it. People might talk about the past. You had your tribes, you had your hunters, you had people that did some of the other things. They weren't necessarily out stabbing. And we agree that killing is not necessary. We don't have to do it. We don't want to do it. I mean, if you were to, this is why this industry is hidden from everybody, because most people would never want to harm an animal. In fact, they want to hug an animal. They want to touch the animal. They think the animals are cool. They think they're great. We love the differences that they have. They're very unique. They have their own personalities. And so this guy, what if someone gave you a knife and said, if you want to continue streaming on the internet, you have to murder all these animals? What kind of question is that? Why would I murder animals? Do you not understand what veganism is, Havoc? Guaranteed this guy eliminates animals. Guarantee he probably beats animals, tortures them. Can you imagine the derangement that people, this is the other thing too I want to mention, is a lot of people think that when it comes to outreach that we need to shame people and fight people and stuff like that. And I think the shame comes in them seeing the videos themselves. I think a lot of times they'll see videos and they'll feel ashamed, or they'll feel bad or whatnot. I think when it comes to the conversations, we can actually leave people feeling empowered and not wanting to participate in these things and not being trolls, right? Because often I get trolls here, maybe because of a result of a bad conversation. And I'm not saying that we have to pander to some of these trolls. Of course, we need to fight them back. We need to push back and stand up like that truck driver, right? Of course, that needs to take place, but oftentimes I feel like you can do a bit of both. And I think if people can come to the conclusion on their own, oftentimes you might have a better outcome later on, especially later on when it comes to people viewing vegans and not trashing them. Like there's this term, dystopia, which basically says that we're being discriminated against. There was a study that talked about how vegans are the second most discriminated group of people next to addicts, drug addicts. And so somehow in society it's been normalized that you can just insult vegans or go after vegans or talk to them in certain ways, that it's okay. And we see these comments online, we see people talking trash about us, and then they get upset when we go and confront that. But I think oftentimes that deals with somebody saying, oh, you're a fucking animal abuser and stuff like that. There is a time and place for that, but I would argue that most of the time we could be a little bit more better with our words. And that goes to our own ego, and I do the same too, so I'm not saying I'm perfect. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3 if you think slaughterhouses should expand, if we should have more slaughterhouses, we should kill more animals, maybe double up. Also, guys, tell me if you're a farmer 4, if you're a hunter 5. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you've done any advocacy recently. What was the result? Has anybody contacted you to say thank you? Do you know of any new vegans? What kind of advocacy do you do? Do you do We the Free? Do you do AV? Do you do DXC? Do you do more political stuff like pro-animal? What about Animal Activism Collective? Animal Justice? Let's hear it, guys. Also, yes, Green Hearts as well. And are you online? Are you a content creator? Let's hear it. So we have some people, we have a 5. So guys, let me ask, like, have you guys not seen Rowdy Girl Sanctuary? So many farmers, ex-slaughterhouse workers, ex-hunters, people have changed. They've moved away from using animals. What's the holdup? What's taking you so long? We can help you. We can put you in the rancher advocacy program. We can get you to switch. There will be people that support you. You don't have to be a part of this system where they exploit animals. Look, I was on a stream with Jem Lettuce. If you don't know her, she's an incredible activist. And we were talking to a dairy farmer, and she agrees. Everything's awful about it. She agreed that there are bad players, that people do a lot of awful things to the animals. But it's hard for her to leave because she values that community. She values community, I would argue, rather than that community specifically. But she thinks that she has to be a part of this because of social conditioning, something that all of us have been put through. Can you imagine, from a young age, we're told that it's acceptable to eat our friends, to exploit them, to use them, to wear them, to go see them at zoos, to use them in animal testing, for example. Insane the way we think, what's happened. So Albert, that's pretty sad when you're talking about eating mother cows. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, so I don't understand, like, and I used to eat animals, so I don't understand why people want to admit to me what they've done or what they're going to do in the future. But the more animal products you eat, the quicker you're going to end up in a grave. So go ahead, eat 5 times the amount of the animals that you're eating, and you can land in the grave faster if that's your flex. I don't understand why you think that bullying mother cows is like the future, or that somehow that's better. I don't get it. I think it's parroting. I think a lot of people are lazy. They don't want to look into these things, and the ego's up here, right? So that's pretty sad. Properly run zoos. How about we put you in the zoo, Caroline, and we'll see. Why don't we put you, and we can take selfies and force you to live in one spot, take you away from your family, of course, and force you to live in these conditions. Thank you, Vegan Felic. Guys, go follow Vegan Felic. Live streaming now, incredible activist. You'll learn so much. Thank you, Vegan Felic, for being here. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3 if you guys think we should expand on slaughterhouses, 4 if you're a hunter, 5 if you're a farmer. Let's see the green hearts as well. And I think you're probably crashing out, Albert. It's too bad you have the same name as my grandfather, who also coincidentally worked in slaughterhouses. He immigrated to Canada. His first job was put into slaughterhouses, like many other people, because most people really wouldn't think to do this job, wouldn't think that this is like the ideal, because obviously if they're not taking from immigrants, refugees, like, this industry wouldn't exist. So if you think about it, why are you being racist and exploiting people coming in? Why don't you go do it yourself? Well, most people won't do it. It would crash the economy if you didn't have immigrants, refugees, migrants working in slaughterhouses. And they suffer things like PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction. They turn to violent crime rates. Even in this community, increased sexual crime will happen as a result of just this place here, something that people like Caroline push for and want more of. More animals exploited, more animals put into this disgusting, why is that a stupid ass take? It's the data, it's what's out there. It doesn't take also a degree or a rocket scientist to understand that shooting an animal in the head and jabbing at their throat, hundreds of them during the week, is going to affect somebody. It's common sense. I put out the analogy, imagine we lived in a parallel universe where it was acceptable to kick dogs. Would you join in? Would you say that's okay? Or would you be the person fighting against it? This is exactly what we're doing. We're fighting against it. Most people would probably never kick a cow, but they're certainly paying for them to go in slaughterhouses, which you don't have to do. Because again, it's not necessary to eat animals. You do not have to do this, guys. You don't have to be a part of this. I'm a prime example. I grew up in agriculture. My entire family worked in it. I became an inspector, even worked in it myself, and I changed. You can too. And I would argue the barrier to entry for me was a lot harder. I didn't even know what veganism was, and I changed. I just stopped one day because of the shit that I saw in an investigation unit. And again, you want to look at cofactors like pandemic risks, environment. If you look at the environment, of course, we're destroying it, ecosystems. Some argue that climate change is a result of animal agriculture. Well, you look at the impact of animal agriculture on our environment, it's absolutely insane. The amount of water we're taking. Look at Utah, for example. Utah is going to become a desert, and we're going to have climate refugees because people want to exploit animals, because people like Caroline think that her taste is more important than someone's life, living in a home. She would rather have climate refugees. She would rather have cows drink all the water and force residents to move out of their cities. Guys, slaughterhouse truck coming up here. I'm going to show you exactly why we're here. Insane that we have to do this, guys, that we have to be out here, but if not us, then who? If not now, then when? Encourage you all, please, 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 please get active for the animals. This guy really drove up far enough away that it's clear he doesn't want us seeing the truth here. I'm going to try to get multiple shots here and see the cows' noses coming out. Insane. I'm so sorry. What is wrong with us? Human species is disgusting. Shameful. Watch out, guys. Back up. Shameful. Jesus. Crazy. How disgusting are we as a species to do this? Fucking nasty, the smell. See their eyes, they're confused, they have no idea what the hell's going on. Imagine 5 years old, they're being executed for a fucking burger, or so you can pretend you're a cow and drink their milk. Yeah, the circle of breeding animals into existence that are genetically engineered. Yeah, that's really the circle of life. Genetically altered animals. Sure. Which makes absolutely no sense. People talk about natural. These cows aren't natural. What's natural about them? Being genetically altered? If they were natural, then you'd have an abundance of them. No, they're bred into existence to eat as much as possible. Their DNA is altered to grow as fast as possible. They can't even hold their own body weights in some circumstances, which is all abuse, which is all torture and violence, disgusting violence in this industry. And people say they're gonna have a steak. Imagine how low level of a person you have to be to mock animals that can't defend themselves. That says a lot about people in the chat. It says a lot about a lot of people in society, how weak and frail-minded they are, and their egos. Maybe they were bullied. Maybe they were bullied, and maybe as children, or even as adults, they literally didn't conform to any sort of social norms, and now they take it out on the animals, like Caroline. Clearly she hates animals and would do this to them. She's even de-individualized them, like Hako. You know, these people are insane, right? They are clearly not all there, not right in the head, and this is exactly what happens. And so if you don't think that these people do things, nefarious things on farms to animals, it's literally caked in. It's normalized to happen. So yeah, people call vegans crazy, but as you can see, there's another truck, guys. As you can see, with the comments, that this is absolutely the case, that anybody who's comfortable with what they're doing probably isn't here, right? They probably aren't here. Trucks are coming in hot, fast today. Oh my God, the smell. Look at the feces all over the place. And then they drive so fast, right? They drive so fast because they don't want you to see the truth. They don't want you to know what happens. You're hitting the wall, buddy. Guy just took out the fence. Watch out, watch out, watch out. He's gonna hit. Guy's hitting the fence. He already hit the fence. He crushed that in. Wow. We care about our animals, yet we drive like maniacs. He might hit the truck now. Very close. They don't want to take their time, right? You already know what happens. No, most people have never been inside a slaughterhouse, so no, they don't know what happens. So now this guy's gonna drive up because clearly the industry doesn't want you to see this. So they affect traffic, right? They pretty much do what they want. The city of Toronto doesn't really care that they hold up traffic. And they do this as a result because they don't want you seeing the truth. They're afraid to show the reality. So, holding up traffic, driving on other people's property, and being aggressive to people filming. We're within our legal rights. So if I'm a patron, am I allowed to walk on the sidewalk here? These are the games that workers play. So he's hitting the tree. Like, guy takes out a tree, but that's okay, right? Yeah, all unnecessary. Now he's gonna go park in the sun because he could have just parked in the shade, but he's afraid for us to show the truth. So causing all that havoc, taking out a tree. There's electrical wires there as well. So, all for what? Trying to hide the truth, the reality. I mean, if you're proud of what you do, show us. Show us the truth. Open up the slaughterhouses, open up the farms. I always hear these farmers, they say, hey, we're transparent, we'll show you. I don't believe you. Give me an ex-agriculture inspector, unabridged access to all your farms 365 days a year. I dare you. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Why? Because they know. They all know. Deep down inside, they all know what's happening. They know. They know also a lot of, but even some of them actually don't know about this part, right? So the dairy farmers, this is how the animals that you make money off of are treated. Put in the baking hot sun because someone's just simply going like this, putting a camera up to them. That's what happens. And then you don't know, most dairy farmers have never been on a kill floor. They've never seen the cow that maybe they had built a relationship with. All they see is the dollar signs. All they see is the generational shit, bullshit. When you can very easily change, you can stop, you can become a sanctuary. You don't have to keep breeding them into existence, right? You don't have to force cows to be pregnant their whole fucking life. Imagine that, like being pregnant all the time. And then, oh, sorry, you don't produce enough milk. I'm gonna send you here 30 plus hours on a shit truck and have you dismembered so Caroline can think that she's an infant and a cow at the same time. Absolutely fucking insane that this happens. And where's the personal choice for the mother cow who is forced, by the way, forced to be molested, forced to have her insides molested for you to drink cow's milk? Where's her choice? She doesn't have a choice, right? I'm a joke. Someone has hunted in their name. I'm the joke. Let me ask, dude. How many heads do you have on the wall? How many antlers do you have on the wall? And tell me I'm deranged or messed up. So amazing. So I'm just gonna walk down here, and maybe I'll let my friends know. So they also keep here, guys, right there in those trucks are the body parts that you don't want to eat, like the tumors, the intestines, the eyeballs. that all goes there, and you see the seagulls, they're picking at these body parts. They fly them all around the city here, because seagulls really, you know, normally are really in the middle of the city, right? Like Toronto, right? So they drop them in the backyards of these kids and these families, because of course this is more like subsidized housing. So because you force people that can't afford maybe to live in nicer areas to live next door to a slaughterhouse, right? They don't know that coming in. They're just like, what the fuck is that smell? And even some of them probably don't even know there's a slaughterhouse here. Maybe they think that's normal. And Caroline talks about deer. 4,000 deer farms in the United States. Use your think box. So these are the parts that are baking in the sun right now that will go to a rendering facility, and then they're gonna get heat treated, sprayed, whatever, mix that they gotta put together, and then people are gonna feed that to their companion animals, their dogs, their cats. How fucking insane is that? How insane is that? Also, causing a risk for the children with these seagulls shitting everywhere, with the other animals that are going to be in the neighborhood. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, what the city might have to go through. We see the city coming in, checking the water. Can you imagine drinking the same water next to the slaughterhouse? How ridiculous is that? Increasing violent crime rates again, just so you know, in these neighborhoods, which is insane. I'll move out of the way. And so, actually, I should go tell them. I'm a joke. You're a joke. See, the thing is, guys, they never have an argument back. Like, because there is no argument, right? They'll call you names, they'll make fun of the way you look or something like that, but they never have an actual articulated argument. They say things like, go to hell, you're crazy, circle of life, but they never have an actual argument. It's a circle of death and torture. Guys, I'm gonna go over to the rendering, or the tannery. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. It's up to you if you wanna join, if you wanna stay here. Yeah. Insane, insane, insane. So guys, once again, 12 and a half years vegan. 12 years vegan. I used to work in slaughterhouses. I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. I worked in these facilities for a very long time. Yeah, vegan for 12 years. I didn't even know what vegan was when I went vegan. And I changed. Very easy when you learn that you don't have to do this. And I would argue today everybody knows that. So what's your excuse, guys? You can live vegan. You don't have to be a part of this industry. We have some incredible activists behind me. So Another Damn Vegan and The Sober Vegan, go and subscribe over to them. They're live right now as well. Holy shit. Hey, PJ, Sabby, Legends. Guys, if you want to debate the topic, the link is in the description or in the pinned comment. Go ahead, do that. There's a truck right there. Right there, just sitting there, baking in the sun. These poor cows, just sitting, baking in the sun, like as if they don't fucking matter. The wild thing is that these people, they claim that they care about the animals. We're watching, they live better lives than we do. Is this a better life? Baking out in the sun because you're still scared to see what happens? Why do you want animal torture? This is torturous right here. As a former inspector, I would be out here saying you can't park there. Go park in a shaded area instead of torturing the poor cows. You can even see the truck moving. These cows are uncomfortable. They don't want to be burning inside this truck with their feces. It's cloudy. Wait a second. You say it's cloudy, then why is that there? Why is this in there? The hell are you talking about? It's cloudy. Listen to this. So Dawn, 100% guaranteed, probably drives these poor cows and pigs. Does not give one flying fuck about the animals. Says it's cloudy. How dumb are people? When the vehicle is stopped, there's no airflow. Are you stupid or something? Like what? There's no There's no airflow in these trucks. Like, that's it. That's what you got. And you got feces and urine, and this is all cooking up. And you can call me all the names you want, Don. This is the truth. This is what people are paying for animals to sit and bake in the sun and be fucking tortured because of you. Because of people like Don who are afraid for us to put cameras on these trucks. Why? Caroline, do you support this? Don, do you support this truck sitting out in the heat? And this guy's pretending to care, leaving the poor cows baking in the sun when they were in the shade. Shame on you, truck driver. Shame on you. And where's the inspector? Canadian Food Inspection Agency, where's the inspector? Huh? So why don't you look at the Health of Animals Act, huh? All afraid just for us to show a little film? How dare you? Oh, now we move on to children. Here we go. See how Don changes the subject, right? Yes, this is in Toronto. Amazing. So we're out here, I'm baking, boiling in the sun, my friends are too. And you can imagine this happens every single day. These truck drivers, they'll park, they'll go for their lunch. They could care less, right? They don't care that the animals are out here. And guess what? Guess what else, guys? Even the ones that claim that they do care, that wouldn't do this, why aren't you telling on the other workers, on the other truck drivers for doing something like this, right? So he's gonna move back, eh? Should we go back? He's gonna move back. We'll go to the tannery afterwards. So if you guys wanna head back, this guy's gonna move soon because he's telling him right now. I'll meet you guys up there so that way he drives quick enough. Yeah. Look at the dichotomy there too. You have ground up chicken, you have ground up turkey, and you have cows that are about to get grounded up because what? They look different, because they can't give you more than enough milk, or maybe you're done with them. Fucking amazing how evil this industry is. 5 years old. 5 years old. Imagine that was you. Cows, the longest living cow lived up to 48 years old, and you're robbing them of their existence because what? They can't give you enough milk? Remember when you weren't born a cow? Remember that when you looked in the mirror and you didn't see a cow? Guys, hit like, hit subscribe. 1 in the chat if you're vegan. 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change. 3 if you are someone who supports cows baking in the sun. 4 if you're a farmer. 5 if you're a hunter. Guys, let's see some green hearts as well. Please hit the like button. Share out the stream. We're going to be here for a little while. We're showing the truth and the reality of our food system. This guy's waiting, trying to time this drive over from one spot to another, so that way vegans don't see the reality, the truth. So now they're closing the cage, which has taken a little bit too long for the driver to come out. So this guy's allowing cows to bake in the hot sun, just like other truck drivers have. These truck drivers claim they care about the animals, that they treat them right, that they do checks up on them. But where's the CFIA on this, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency? Why are you allowing this truck to sit stagnant when they can park inside where the slaughterhouse is or under a tree? They're supposed to do what's in the best interest of the cow. These are in the Health of Animals regulations, and of course CFIA is nowhere to be found, and of course this guy's just allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. And middle finger guy seems pretty triggered. Hopefully that middle finger is at the truck driver for sitting there and allowing these poor cows to suffer even more before they get strung upside down, before they get shot in the face, then strung upside down by a chain, flailing away because they're immobilized and they want to get away, and then someone just continues to jab at them with a machete over and over and over. And guy wants to complain about political ideology. I don't subscribe to your ideologies. I don't believe in your politics. eat shit. They're all corrupt anyway. They allow a system like this to happen. So yeah. So this is in Toronto, in Canada. I was about to say the 51st state. No, thank you. I will not be licking grass. So we're waiting for this guy who claims he cares about animals, like all the truck drivers, like all the farmers, to actually get these cows out of the baking sun. He wants to torture them just a little bit more before they're executed. Now he's finally moving, acting as if they're concerned. St. Helens employee. No, they have a spot open now. But this driver could have parked in the shade, could have respected the animals, right? But no, they don't. They don't care. And this truck is full of the body parts. So now this guy's gonna reverse out. Oh my God, the smell. So this guy's gonna try to reverse out, but what he's failing to do is if he turns this way, he'll be able to back up. But I don't think he's going to. I think he's gonna go that way. And so he could have parked right here in the shade. Those cows would have been okay in the shade, but he was afraid for us to film their final moments, right? Because again, if you're happy about what you do, if you think what you're doing is okay, then what's there to hide? Wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't you be inviting people in? Wouldn't you be inviting people to show how happy you are, right? Yeah, so he's gonna reverse back. So I'll go up, but he's gonna probably go pretty quick backwards. So guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change. This is a slaughterhouse truck full of cows that have been sitting baking in the sun because people don't give a shit about cows. They look at them as commodities. And of course, this guy's gonna be holding up traffic, trying to hide from, and look at this. So guys, look at this, driving backwards, and he'll be driving as fast as he can and try to hide what's happening. Sorry. Disgusting. For what? Shameful. How dare we?
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
Watch, Jenny. Death house. Why pay for something like this to happen, guys? For what? For something that's easily replaceable? All these people are against violence. Why aren't you? It's sickening. The smell, the stench is so bad. Horrific. They are individuals. How disgusting. The stench on that truck is unbelievable. I wish everybody had to go through a slaughterhouse. I wish everybody had to witness it, just to see it, just to understand what they're paying for. A lot of people don't even realize. They don't have a clue. And all these people here are filming right now. They're against violence. We don't need to have a more violent world. Do you guys think we actually need to have a more violent world? No, we don't. Look at all these heroes here, all streaming right now, because they give a shit. They don't see animals as commodities. Yeah, they are beheaded here. Jenny McQueen, for example, on the right, she's been vegan for 35 years. I mean, everybody here has been, Jarina in the second to the left has been vegan for 20 some odd years. I mean, if what you're doing here is like, okay, and you think that it's acceptable, then why not open the doors? And you can be gay or not gay as a vegan. I don't know why people always bring sexuality in. Oh wait, now I know why. A lot of people bring sexuality into it because they molest animals. They're the ones artificially inseminating them, fondling them, and doing what I've seen in reports, doing to them. And I'll leave your mind to the imagination what some farmers do to the animals. And people accept this. Farmers accept this. People think that it's okay and acceptable. They think no problem. I'm not going to tell on my neighbor for beating his animal because I don't want to lose money. Ooh, money, money, money. I only care about money. So that's what most farmers only just give a shit about money. And yeah, there is misogynist for sure. The crazy thing to me is some dairy farmers have never been inside to see the cows killed. The workers think that these cows live a great life. They go to the milking parlor because they want to. No, it's because they want to relieve themselves. It's like humans going to the washroom to relieve themselves. It's the same shit. Like, what are you even talking about? Oh, man, the truck driving by just reeks so bad. Oh my God. So that's the rendered truck that just drove by. And so again, we have activists all over the world for something called ProjectLiveStream. We literally are across the world. We reached 100 million views over the last year and a bit, and we're continuing to grow. More people are joining us for ProjectLiveStream, but we want to encourage more of you to get active. Guys, also 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change and doesn't want to see this happen anymore. 3 if you are someone who does want to see that happen, who enjoys and gets off on seeing these things. 4 if you're a hunter, 5 if you're a farmer. Thank you, Daniel Broccoli, another incredible activist. Guy can do back flips, front flips, all the flips. Great job, Daniel. Thank you so much for helping out and always being there for the animals. It fucking reeks here, man. I can't begin to tell you how bad it smells. It's like putrid, and I wish people had to go like drive by these places or like stand there for 5 minutes and smell what you're eating, who you're eating. Again, it's not necessary to consume animals, exploit them, view them. People say people look a certain way. They don't want to take accountability for their actions. They don't want to like look into themselves. They just want to be lazy consumers because they're privileged. They've never had to lift a finger probably. They probably live at home. Mom and dad have probably done everything for them. And again, zero accountability. They just want to parrot because honestly, a lot of trolls are desperate. There are a lot of people that either were bullied and now they're bulliers. And who's easier to fight against would be vulnerable animals who can't defend themselves. That's pretty sad and pathetic, isn't it? That people would actually do that, troll and mock innocent animals. When I would argue maybe fight against someone who can defend themselves, at least a fair chance. And what's crazy is these people, this is what they do. They mock little baby animals, quite literally. Crazy. Hey. Thank you. So this individual was killed here, had their life stolen from them because someone thought they were an infant cow. Yeah, come here and talk about it. Don't be a wimp your whole life. Come on. These guys literally probably were on the stream, drove here just to record to say they love meat. Little cowards, right? But that just goes to show how bankrupt people are, how cowardly people are. I wonder if I got them on camera. Hopefully. 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3 if you think she should be shot in the head for your milk consumption and your body eating, 4 if you're a farmer, 5 if you are a hunter. Amazing having people actually drive here to try to troll you. It's no surprise. These people are morally bankrupt, or their children. Children probably don't know any better, but the morally bankrupt probably do. They're probably the profiteers. And I was gonna say earlier, like the trolls, they come to the stream, but oftentimes they are the people that are fondling the animals, inseminating them, forcing them to be pregnant, stealing the babies away, thumping the piglets, killing them hundreds a day, even in some cases. Crazy, right? And this is what formulates their brain. This is why they're apathetic or psychopathic, because they don't view them as an individual. They think they're a commodity. They think that they're no different than a rock. Can you imagine? We live in a society, it's no wonder why we live in such a shit world. We've accepted violence as the norm. We consume it, we eat it. And again, you look at other consequences, PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increased violent crime rates around these communities. And of course, you look at course, you look at this guy's trying to. They could drive anywhere else. He could have drove and reversed up. They just do it to intimidate. And then you look at environmental impacts. If we move to a plant-based food system, we would need 1/4 the current land that's used to feed the entire world over, saving all the wild life, the agricultural land, the water. All these things add up, and people just don't want to make that connection, even if they could give a fuck about the animals. But this is mainly why we're here. It's because we care about the animals. This whole like fucking technique of being dramatic here with his truck, amazing. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're open-minded to change, 3 if you're pro-animal exploitation, 4 if you're a farmer, 5 guys, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to have a further conversation, the pinned link in the comment there is just for that. Go over, have a discussion with some vegans, even if you're against us, if you have different opinions. We're more than inviting to have a conversation or a debate. Up to you. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. Very simple conversations to have. Also, if you want to support the stream, there's a link in the description under the link tree. Feel free to do so. We had earlier when I first came, a truck driver, a similar one, the same guy who comes all the time, says gross sexual things, tries to intimidate, always swears, and he brings his child's beside him, and he's learning from his father. Hey there. Learning from his father how to treat animals and how to be disrespectful. Hopefully his child maybe watches someday and realizes, hey, I don't want to be like my dad, consistently fighting people. He stops his truck there and literally waits for activists to show up so he can curse us out. It says a lot about his industry. It says a lot about people. It says a lot about what's happening behind closed doors. They have ag-gag laws trying to prevent people from showing the truth. They have truckers going to the length of leaving poor animals in heat, suffering in the heat, also so that way we're not filming images like this. What are they hiding? Why can't they be transparent? Why not tell the truth? Be honest about what you think is right. Have the conversation, but again, a lot of the people here will just say, fuck you, they'll call you names, they'll talk about sex, or they'll talk about your appearance or something. Never a real argument though, never a real discussion. It's always bigotry, name calling, misogyny, all these things. It's no wonder because again, most of them think that it's okay and acceptable to torture, make these animals suffer, confine them, wear them, use them when it's not necessary. Again, we don't have to use animals for any reason whatsoever, whether it be fashion, food, entertainment, testing, ridiculous. Guys, again, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3 if you're pro-animal exploitation. Let's see some green hearts as well. Please share the stream. This is part of Project Livestream. This is a global event. We are live streaming all over the world. We've been doing this for now. This is our Project Livestream number 13. We've hit over 100 million views with our live streams and reels and stuff that have come for this. 100 million views. And so many people have messaged and said, you know what, that's it. We have people that changed and now are activists as a result of this. And this is why I'm encouraging you to pick up that tool, that weapon, that phone, because that's our weapon of choice, guys. We can film this industry. We can just show the public. A lot of people will be doom scrolling. They'll go through this and they'll be like, holy shit, I never knew that. Or, oh my God, look at those poor cows. Or look at the pigs, or look at the chickens or the turkeys. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to see that happen. And then we can explain that, again, it's not necessary to use, confine, torture, abuse, steal babies away. That's what this industry does. They literally steal babies away from their mothers. They force impregnate them at 18 months. Before that, they're in a crate, they're in a hut, just staring at nothing but the back of another hut. And if you're lucky enough, you'll be at the front of the huts. You'll sit there in the winter time, in the summertime, baking, freezing, waiting your turn for some man to come and stick his arm in your ass and stick semen up your vagina after they wank off a bull. They steal it from a bull. They continually, they even manually jerk off bulls to get semen so they can stick it up the poor cow, so they can force her to be pregnant over and over and over again as a milking machine. So that way humans can pretend they're still infants. That way humans can have cow's milk, a species which they aren't, which I would argue you could have if you were that species, but we're not. And people have been so dumb and duped to believe that this is necessary, that we need it, that somehow we're going to lack without it. It's ridiculous. And I thought the same. I thought, oh, you have to drink milk because you need this or that or the other. In fact, the higher consuming milk nations, the more poor health outcomes you're going to have. It's very ridiculous that we've been duped to believe this. Guys, it's just like me sending you a sucky, a dummy, a pacifier, a baby blanket, and putting you in a crib and then burping you afterwards. You aren't a child. You aren't an infant. We wean as humans, as infants. And again, it's not our formula. We aren't cows. We're a completely different species. We aren't them. We aren't genetically altered like them to make them grow as fast as possible, to produce as much milk as possible. What an insane industry that's been created. The most disgusting, probably the most disgusting industry possible. And so this cow was killed here. This is a picture of this poor cow whose life was taken for what? So you could drink their milk? So you could drink their milk. Their entire existence, it was so you could have a glass of milk. Even more. So calves will be stolen. The baby will be stolen, right? And this is what it looks like for a mother cow. This is similar to one of the reasons why my brain shifted and said, holy shit. But beside the cow, there was a calf, and they were more covered in feces, and their heads were smashed in. Because she gave birth on the truck. So cows, you didn't know, often are pregnant, sent to slaughter. Look up failure rates. And what's incredible is I see people dropping off when they see the pictures, right? They see the reality. These are dairy farmers. These are other people tuning out. The trolls will freak out when we see them on the trucks. When you show them the picture of the mother and the calf, people run away because they don't want to think about it, right? They want to think about their yacht, their cottage, their bigger boat, their Sea-Doo. They want to think about their generational wealth. They don't want to think about the actual reality that this cow was on that truck, and this cow was on that truck. They don't want to think about that. They just want to collect their cash and have no accountability other than just receiving the fucking Benjamins, baby, because their money is more valuable than them, because that's all it is. It's all about money. Money's ridiculous, not a justification. This guy have cows in there? Yeah. Shame. Jesus was not vegan, and then an ableist comment. So how do you know? You think Jesus would be on the kill floor right now, you dumb moron? And also, why are you tokenizing your Bible? Didn't Jesus say to be kind, compassionate? Didn't Jesus say that we should respect his animals? What about the ox lying with the lion? What about the Garden of Eden? What about all the links Draculome provided for you? It's not mandatory to eat animals. And also, why are you supporting people going to work in slaughterhouses when they suffer PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, right? Why would you mock? Also, where does it say, which commandment says, thou shalt mock people? Tell me which commandment says that. Tell me. Thou shalt mock people for their standing up for animals. I don't see the quote. Where is it? Thou shalt mock innocent animals. Where's the quote? Oh, so you have nothing to say, right? Thou shalt mock people, right? And then also thou shalt put marginalized humans into slaughterhouses so that they shall suffer things like PTSD, drug and alcohol addiction. Where does it say in the Bible that we need to create more alcoholics and more drug addicts? Can you show me the verse where it says, thou shalt create more alcoholics and drug addicts? Thou shalt also additionally create more PTSD, more violent crime rates, including sexual assault. Where does it say in the Bible that more sexual assault should happen? Can you show me the verse? Where did Jesus say, let's create more sexual assault in communities surrounding slaughterhouses? Can you guys show me the quote? I don't see it. This is, so there are people who survived the Holocaust that attribute, like say it's the same thing. That's what they compare it to, like when they see these things. Yeah, it is. It's basically, it's a Holocaust here of animals, right? Non-human animals. Crazy. So yeah, and where did God say that it's mandatory to eat animals? Are you going to hell if you don't eat animals, right? It's amazing to me that people will tokenize. Actually, that's blasphemous, by the way. Tokenize your own Bible. You're tokenizing your own Bible. And also insulting people and increasing more crime and pandemics and all these things. That goes against your Bible, doesn't it? Doesn't it go against the Bible? I thought it did. So we have several people out here today. Everyone fighting against the violence and torture of innocent sentient beings. Exploiting animals isn't necessary. And again, we are at a slaughterhouse. This is what society has deemed acceptable. And what we're saying is, it is not necessary. This is not necessary. Look at the calf. Look at the dichotomy here. So you have, this is a slaughterhouse. You have the slaughterhouse truck with the mother cows. Maybe some of them are pregnant right now. And you have the calf without their mother. Shame on society. Shame on this for happening. What is wrong with humans to think that this is somehow acceptable? This is disgusting. And people are so morally bankrupt, so weak, that they just follow what the masses tells them to do. They can't even think for themselves. They just do what they're told. And it's funny because people talk about like Epstein files and them sacrificing children on Epstein Island, whatever. These billionaires, like those are the type of people that have convinced you to eat baby. Literally, all the animals you eat are like literally infants or juveniles, babies, and you eat them and they make money off of you, and you're so dumb to do it. And it even goes against the way you feel most times. You feel like, oh, this isn't right. Oh, I wouldn't want to do that. Or, oh, I'd never do that. But then you support this industry. And it's funny because people talk about abortion often, right? They try to, it's like this aha thing they try to do. Well, pregnant cows are sent to slaughter here. Let's hear what you have to say about that. Do you think it's acceptable to send pregnant cows and sows to slaughter? Because this is about animals. This isn't about human-centric issues, right? I mean, if you want to talk about the human-centric issues about this, talk about the environment. Talk about what happens to the workers. Why are you talking about abortion? Trying to do an aha moment here? It's ridiculous. You see that the cow there on the ground was killed here for your what? For your steak or your milk. Well, it's not yours, guys. It's not yours. The idea of viewing somebody else just because they're different, that you can exploit them and use them, how insane is that? Where did we ever come up with that idea? And people want to look at species as the arbitrary trait. That's fucking ridiculous. Learn this. So you want a bunch of serial killers, Stefano? You want a bunch of people out here killing animals? Do you think that's going to make... Like, you could literally... And what's suffer less? Industrial agriculture started, like, when? In the early 40s or some shit? Like, imagine that was your business and you had to have this no suffering. It doesn't happen, dude. You're living in a fantasy world. The governments have accepted animal torture and abuse. And again, no, learning hunting, why? You're literally destroying an ecosystem. You're destroying a life of someone. For what? Why would you want to do that? You're destroying a family. How many more animals and how many wild animals have to be extinct for you to be happy, for us to go on? Do you want all wild animals to be executed and be gone? Like, we barely have enough as there is because of animal agriculture. Like, it's insane. How about we just learn compassion and empathy and moving our hand just slightly over to the other product? That's it. That's all you have to do. And you don't, like, it's literally nothing that you have to do. And calling people names doesn't really get anywhere. Well, let's take what we need, exactly. We don't need to breed 93 billion land animals into existence. And in fact, we'd live a much more better life if we were, in fact, using up plant-based agriculture systems. 80% of the world's farmland is used for animal agriculture. We would only need a quarter of that current land. Go to Our World in Data /habitat and you can see for yourself. Like, you can literally see for yourself. It's insane that we just think that we should continue on with exploiting the resources in the world that we do. It's insane that people just look at animals as second-class citizens. Meanwhile, most of them probably have a dog sitting beside them. It's fucking absurd, man. No facts, calling me names. What facts don't I have? I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 and a half years. I worked in all aspects of it, from slaughter to processing to sampling. I even worked in a pandemic response. So tell me what I'm missing, bro. Let's talk about facts. Oh yeah, what facts do you have? Nothing. All you guys do is say, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he's fat, or oh, he's skinny, or oh, he's gay, or oh, he's this. No, how about you talk about the facts? Facts are, it's not necessary. So find me a reason why you're doing it then. For taste? You think taste justifies it? it is a crime. It's a moral crime, but most people are morally bankrupt or they don't know. And they're drones because they believe people like Buddy in the chat talking about crop deaths, or they're talking about God said it was okay to tokenize their holy books. It's amazing to me that people tokenize indigenous people, they tokenize holy books, and literally we have vegans that are religious in the chat right now, people that have literally studied this so much longer than you have, and you won't even consider what they have to say. We have vegans that are 30 plus years vegan. We have indigenous vegans, literally one's beside me right now, and people want to do that. Well, if it's a loser channel, John, then you know what to do. You can leave. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends. This is a slaughterhouse. Hundreds of cows are killed here every day, including the one you see on the right. And this is part of Project Livestream. Slaughterhouses all over the world are being exposed today. Again, Project Livestream number 13. Amazing. We've hit over 100 million views over the last year. It's been an incredible effort by dozens of activists all over the place, and we continue to smash numbers. We continue to see kind, empathetic people watch these videos, look at the animals and say, fuck, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. And of course, we let the trolls in because we want to show the people here how ridiculous they are. 1, in the chat if you're vegan. 2, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. 3, if you are like the trolls in the chat and you think animals should be exploited. 4, you're a hunter. 5, if you're a farmer. We also want to see some green hearts. We want you to hit that like button. Also in the description, there's a link tree that leads to a 3-minute movie challenge. Go check that out. It will have resources there as well if you want to support the stream. Also, if you want to debate these you don't know what you're talking about guys or whatever, you want to have a conversation, it's our buddy who's driving by. You want to have a conversation, the pin link in the description is where you can go and have a discussion. Hey, Raven, how are you doing? Martin, always. Anthem, we have Draclome, legendary activists in the chat, guys. Again, 1 in the chat if you're vegan. 2, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. 3, Liger, also go over and subscribe. Guys, also 1 in the chat if you are, thank you VFO, if you are a content creator, let people know, go over and subscribe to these incredible activists. So we're showing some photos here. We're out here for Project Livestream, and again, we are at a disgusting hell slaughterhouse. You can see the truck here. What you can't witness, guys, this is the death truck here, but what you can't witness or comprehend is the smell, the stench, the violence that takes place. We have activists here like Lenny Bruce. We have another damn vegan here. We have the sober vegan. We have Jenny McQueen. We have Christina, the activist. We have Mary. We have Jarena. We have Christina. Incredible activists all out here fighting for what's right, fighting for the end of this most disgusting industry ever known, which is animal agriculture, which kills trillions of innocent beings for things like fashion. So Rackles, so you worked at Cargill. Did you work at Better Beef or Cargill? Was this in Canada or did you work elsewhere abroad? So you still hunt. Well, I'd love for you to message me, Rackles. I'd like to hear about your experience. Also, if you want to check it out, oh, hi River. If you want to have a discussion on the link in the description, we'd love to. We want to talk to hunters and ex-workers. I'd like to hear about your experience. So for me, I worked for CFIA 15 and a half years. So I worked at Better Beef, but they changed to Cargill, so they kill cows there too. I worked at Maple Lodge Farms, so they kill chickens there, about 400, sometimes 300,000 to 500,000 chickens a day. I worked briefly, I think I came to St. Helens, but I think I was in the processing area. Conestoga Meats as well. Also Sargent Farms, that's a halal slaughterhouse. But even at Maple Lodge, they declare that they do halal. The same with London. There was a maple leaf plant there. I think I briefly stopped in there. I used to do fish sampling as well. I'd go to these warehouses and pick up poor fish and drag them off to a lab. And yeah, also like I would go to processing facilities and bring like minced up cow flesh and bring them to the lab and be tested for things like E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter, all these things. And you guys wouldn't actually believe all the retests that went on. I mean, in a slaughterhouse that kills hundreds of millions of animals a year, you know that this is not going to be looked after very well. People really don't care about animals anyway. So they very clearly, these animals go through high line speeds, which causes injuries. Oh no!
Yeah, work is work, bro.
They're innocent cows, dude.
I'm shipping meat.
No, they're inside. They're being shot in the head.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Look at the poster. But you're still working in it, my guy.
that. So where I'm gonna quit?
You can get other jobs.
Hold on, let me see my kids. You want to take care of my kids?
Yeah. So
No, do you want to take care of my kids?
I worked in slaughterhouses myself.
I know. Do you want to take care
I
of my
worked in
kids?
slaughterhouses
That's
myself.
fine, but I asked you a question.
There's never another job. There's never been another job.
I do delivery. I'm doing delivery, bro. I'm doing delivery.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, so I do
you're
this,
you're helping out this
I do
industry.
Chocolate, I do that. Protest against the chocolate.
Mother cows are being shot in the face.
Protest about the government who's killing
Of course,
the kids.
I'm against
Who's
that.
fucking
I'm against
little
that.
kids, pedophiles and shit.
Why are you
Where
getting
guys
so
at?
upset? Why are you
Where
yelling
guys
at
for
us?
the pedophiles and shit?
What are you talking about? We're against that too.
Because she was filming me?
You can't be
right?
against more
Look at that
things
thing.
than that. You can't be
Who?
against more
I'm
things.
telling you guys straight. I'm a Rasta.
Look
I'm
at what's
against
happening
everything
here, man.
I don't even eat meat.
Look at what's happening here, though.
I'm Rasta. I don't even eat meat.
You're
right?
working in a system that pays for this to happen.
We work in a system that kills fucking little kids. Where the fuck you guys
I'm not
at?
working in
I
this
don't see you guys
system.
protesting. Where's your killing little kids shirt?
You're appealing to other issues. We're against that. We're against
Where's your
that.
poster for pedophiles?
We're against
And
that.
the government.
We're against that.
Right? I don't see you guys.
We're against that. Jesus. Look at these mother cows. Insane. Mental. So this is what happens. People get triggered. He walks by us and he jokingly is like, I got to do my job. It's like, well, you're helping this industry continue. And he wants to yell at us, so we give it back. I mean, this isn't a job. Creating more PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, more trauma, more. Look at how aggressive he was, right? You want to feed my kids? You want to do this? Well, look for another job. I'm not supporting an industry like this. This is now he's pissed off. So he's yelling, he's freaking out. Well, you know it's wrong. I mean, if this is about carrots, this is a carrot farm or slaughterhouse, people aren't freaking out, right? So it's very clear people get triggered and upset. Yeah.
Little kids are dying.
People suffer
All over the world,
PTSD,
kids are
drug
dying.
and alcohol addiction. Watch, there's a car coming.
to Ethiopia and live calmly, so we don't have a conversation. I am Rasta, so you can't
So,
say what
so
you're saying.
PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, violent crime rates increase. People talk about worrying about other issues, but they don't care about these issues. They don't care that people have to live beside a slaughterhouse, right? They don't care that people have to suffer trauma as a result of working in these places. They care about other human rights, but they don't care about these human rights, right? Some human rights matter more than others. And so that's what this guy's saying. His job matters more than the animals, right? He could get a different job. He could go fight against all these causes as well, but he's choosing to come at us and say, oh, I'm a Rasta. I don't deal with this kind of stuff. I don't pay for this to happen. I don't eat this happening. He's still profiting off this industry, right? Still profiting off this industry, this violent, disgusting industry, and this needs to shut down. You see how triggered people get. They lose their mind. They lose their mind. So is it okay for your workers to come and talk to us? I don't think it is. I'd probably get them to stop. So the workers can come and talk to us and yell at us all they want. But we film here, and we say stuff, and we can't fight back. That's ridiculous. Teaching your child to be a monster, that's sad. To make them disassociate themselves with animals, to make them like this, to lose empathy, to live more apathetic, to be maybe more violent, more prone to violence. This guy's losing his mind. Guy claims that his culture isn't for violence, that they don't care about this, but he's working here. He said he's serving meat. Well, why is he coming up to us when we're simply here?
Whoever the fuck it is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't want payment. Do you have weed? Give me some fucking weed. Give me some weed. Give me some weed. No, give it to me right now. Right now.
Amazing. This is what happens, guys. People disassociate themselves, they lose their minds, they go crazy. Why? Because every single time we go to a slaughterhouse, the same thing happens. Why? Because people know what's happening inside there is wrong. Whether they make money, whether they don't, everybody knows deep down inside that places like this need to be shut down, that they're disgusting. He's losing his mind, yelling at people.
But I'm still talking to him. You can say it, but it doesn't stop me. Right? So keep talking, keep talking. Stop more. Go. Right? Exactly. It ain't gonna do shit, bro. It ain't gonna do nothing. Right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can say shut the fuck up all I fucking want. It's words. Cool. It's words. It's words. You're affected by words? Yes. What, are you gonna cry? Yes. You want me to get some paper towel in my phone? Get it right now. Let me get it? I'm gonna have some right here. Look. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go, buddy. Don't cry. You gonna cry? Crazy, bro. But I'm gonna keep talking. Make me shut the fuck up. 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 Can you do it? It doesn't matter, but you still can't make me shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter.
Why are you allowing your employees to yell at us?
You walked over to me. I didn't walk over to you at all.
He's working here, though. I would talk to your supervisors, bro.
I was only rude to one person. All of them. One person. All of them. No, to one person.
Well, even one is enough.
Well, that's not all of them.
Well,
so you're fucking wrong. So correct your fucking shit. Good. Oh, it's all good, bro. No, listen, I'm like, yo, we're all good. I don't work here, but I pick up stuff from here. And that's it. But I don't like these guys cut this guy with this guy. I don't mind the ladies, right? But this guy over here, he's not sure. No, I have a problem with food coming in my face, and I didn't say nothing to him.
Well.
But then he's saying, shut the fuck up, and he can't make me shut the fuck up. He can't do nothing.
Superior against women?
I don't feel superior. I let her fucking say what she said, and I said what I said. And that's it. I called you stupid when?
You can bully them.
When I call you stupid? When I call you stupid?
Toxic male.
A toxic male? You sound like a fucking little fucking bitch. A little fucking bitch. That's what you fucking sound like.
Take your shot.
What shot?
Take your
I didn't take my shot. I said it right there. That was my shot. My shot was a physical shot. For what?
Why?
For what?
Express your true feelings.
For what? That's not my true feelings. My true
No?
feelings is
What are
that
they?
my true feelings that I'm waiting for I get my phone call so I can go park
go
and
park, man.
pick up my
No
fucking
one's
thing.
stopping you from
Yeah,
parking.
yeah, I'm waiting because the truck has to leave.
No one's stopping you.
Yeah, they're
Stopping
stopping
you.
me. They're stopping me. The truck is in my spot.
Can anybody prevent you from parking here?
The truck is in my spot right there.
Prevent it from parking. Well, go deal with them.
Hello, open up your ears.
Go deal with
Hello.
them. Go deal with them.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But then you guys stopped me here while I was gonna go. You stopped me.
I don't see your vehicle here.
The other lady over there stopped me.
I don't see your
This
vehicle
guy
here.
stopped me right here.
I don't see your vehicle here.
No, you stopped me and I was
Where's
just
your
walking
vehicle?
by.
You stopped
What
your
are you
house.
fucking retarded or something?
Yes. Are you?
I don't know.
Good.
Maybe I am.
Good.
Maybe I am.
Good. Take a shot.
Maybe I am. Take
You're
my shot.
you're on
Take my
camera.
shot.
Show everybody how
Take your
tough you
shot.
are.
Take your shot.
Show how tough
You're
you are.
on camera. Take your shot.
You're
Go.
the one here bullying
Go.
everybody.
Take your shot. You're
You're
on
the one
camera.
here bullying everybody.
You get him? You get him? What? You
Back-
don't like when I get
just
close?
back
He's getting
away
close.
from me, man.
But he's getting close.
Back the fuck away from me.
He's getting close, right?
Back
Right?
away from me.
Right?
We've literally had people killed.
Back the fuck from me.
We've had people
That's like you
killed.
did that to me.
I didn't come up to you, okay?
You should have a
I
conversation.
am having a
but be
conversation.
respectful.
I had a conversation with
Don't
them.
tell people to shut the
No,
fuck
man.
up.
And what? What are you gonna do? That's right. Then you shut the fuck up then. Then we have a all shut the fuck up together.
We're here to do what we gotta do.
Right?
And
We
you
can
do
all
what
shut
you
the
gotta
fuck up
do.
together.
No problem. You
That's
stop.
what I'm trying to say. I don't have a problem.
No, we're
Yeah.
here. You go somewhere else.
What do you mean go somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move.
Make me go somewhere else.
If you don't like that stuff.
Nah. What's violence ever work out anyway?
I'm not being. Why are you guys? Why are you guys proposing to do some fucking things for me to do? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just talk.
Filming in our
I agree.
not allowed to film. Yeah, it is.
No, this is
Yeah, it
public-
is.
this is public
If
property.
it's against their,
This
this
is
is
public
public
property.
property.
We're allowed to film
But not
anything we want.
inside. So then go inside and film then.
We're not
Go inside and film.
We're not here to go inside.
Go inside and she just asked me to go inside and film. So go inside and film them.
I've been
Right?
inside.
So go inside and film them.
We got arrested.
So what do you, so you want me to get arrested? She wants me to get arrested though.
You can go inside.
But you just asked me to go inside.
It's true, Nell. So 200 years ago, people would be on our side.
You just,
It's the same thing, right?
I'm not changing her words. She asked me to go undercover so that she okay me to do it, right? Now she explained to me that she's been in there. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. But this lady right here.
This guy feels guilty. I mean, you wouldn't spend this much time here if you didn't feel guilty, right?
Because you're not allowed
If you didn't think it was wrong.
whatever the
If you
case
think this is right, then
But I don't work there either. I don't work here.
You're allowed in.
Yeah, because I pick up. It's like any other driver. Look, that driver over there, he's allowed to go there because he picks up. So all you guys gotta do is buzz that buzzer right there, and then let you in.
so there's no surprise. We can add it to the reel of people coming after us. We're simply standing here.
That's fine.
Don't do it. I offered you your price. I'll pay you.
That's fine. You didn't name me at no price.
I told you name of your customer.
It used to be a meat company. That used to be Derma as well.
It's a vegetable.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
I remember way back
This
in the
is
day,
like
it used to be a meat
typical,
company and they were worse than them.
Typical freaking, well, what's racist is animal agriculture. This whole industry is
now, okay,
racist.
for sure. Before, back in the day, these guys
This whole industry is absolutely racist, right? Who do you think's working in these places? It's not you. It's not you. You're not the one working in these places. It's immigrants, it's refugees, it's minorities, it's children even work in places like this, and people want to justify it. People want to think it's okay.
The government,
And so
right?
it's amazing to me that people come at vegans, that this is socially acceptable to come at us and yell at us and be in our faces. Just like what are the police gonna do? Last time I called the police when I was physically assaulted and a guy drove his car at me and slammed on the brakes. Guess what? I got a call 5 hours later asking where I was. The police aren't gonna do anything here. This is why you need to have cameras. This is why it's a good idea to have people around. This is why it's good to protect yourselves and be around people all the time at these places. Again, this is part of Project Livestream. And people wouldn't be so upset if they didn't know that something was wrong. Imagine this was a plant farm. Imagine this was a carrots factory. You think people would be like, no, they wouldn't yell at anybody at all. Hey, so this guy like came up in my face and got aggressive, so I put it back to him. Yeah, come and talk about it. Come and talk about it, buddy. Amazing. So, guy just made the gunshot. He put a fake gun to his head, and mocked us. This is the normalized violence and the normalization of dystopia is what we call it. So people just think they can come and yell at us and be complete idiots to us all the time. Where I'm saying, no, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. You shouldn't be yelling at people. You shouldn't be in our faces. We simply are recording the animals, and everybody wants to make it about themselves. Sure you did. Best job ever, my ass. Yeah. Yeah, he is sticking around quite a long time, right? Well, it's clear, right? It's if you don't feel bad, but Jenny's really good at de-escalating things. Sometimes I will meet people at their level, and then I'll bring it down. I tried to do that with him, but it didn't seem like it would work. He got in Peter's face. Peter held his ground, which he normally does. Yeah. Guy gets upset, but St. Helens, this company is a violent company. I've been assaulted many times here, so have other activists. So it's no wonder. It's no wonder that people continue to act this way towards us. They don't have like a system in place where they'll respect activists or in any way try to get their employees to stop. Literally, their security saw this guy punch me, and they said, "Oh, I didn't see it." Meanwhile, I have it on camera that they saw the whole incident. So again, and when you call the police, they don't care. So the only thing maybe we can do is take civil action, which I'm currently actually building up quite the catalog. So who knows, maybe I'll take that someday. But yeah, these are a bunch of heroes out here for the animals. And the thing is, we're trying to focus on the animals. All these other people want to make it about them. They want to make it about them, and oh, it's about me, it's about my job, it's about my family. They're not the ones being executed. They're not the ones being shot in the face. They're not the ones being raped. They're not the ones losing their families. They're not the ones suffering PTSD, drug, alcohol. Like, oh, I'm just picking up from here. I'm a delivery driver. Well, you're creating this system that continues to perpetuate violent crime, PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, workplace injury, and this is all marginalized communities, right? Yes, let's see some green hearts. Let's see some ones in the chat if you're vegan. 2, if you're open-minded to change. 3, if you're someone who supports a system like this, works in a system like this, and even if you do work in the system, why wouldn't you try to move away from the system? You can move to other jobs. These aren't jobs. This is literally you're driving around corpses. You're accepting more violence in this world, and at the expense of innocent sentient beings who do not want to be used, who didn't consent to anything. It's absolutely absurd that this still takes place, that people even have to be out there, and all we're doing is filming. All we're doing is just filming, we're showing what happens, and again, people lose their mind. Even truck drivers, at the beginning of my stream, the guy waited just so he could argue, talk sexually, and bug vegans. This guy comes here all the time, says the grossest shit, and it's in front of his child who's in the front seat. Absolutely fucking insane that people think that that's acceptable. Look, you go to any other industry, you protest, you put a camera up to it, people aren't complaining. People aren't coming up to you and yelling in your face and saying, well, me, 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 me. No, that doesn't happen. If this was a protest for unions trying to get more pay or something like that, this just doesn't happen. For some reason, St. Helens, the trolls, the Joe Rogans of the world who accept this idea that we can use and exploit animals, and so now they're trying to intimidate by yelling, "Oh, you okay? You okay?" You know, this is ridiculous. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna move back over here a little bit. This guy was moving ridiculously close to me earlier, and I had to tell him to stand back, get back away from me. So once again, guys, this is part of Project Livestream. We are at a slaughter death house where they execute mother cows. They rip their skins off so people can wear them. They stab their jugular, their throat, over and over until the blood runs out of them. This is after they shoot them in the face, after they shoot them in the head, sometimes multiple times. Failure rates are very common and high in this industry, so we have activists fighting back here, pushing back against people who think it's okay to assault and bother people. Once again, slaughterhouse. Can you imagine? This is 2026 and this stuff is acceptable. As you can see, there's other advocates here. So we have some signs here. And incredible activists here. Thank you guys for being here. Yes. And so guys, once again, one in the chat if you're vegan, two if you're someone who's open-minded to change. Again, this is part of Project Livestream. We are global, 100 million views over the past 13 months, even more, and we continue to grow. There's even more activists now out live streaming. There's also ex-industry workers, people who worked in the industry that have changed as a result of us just showing the truth. Well, no, being a man doesn't require eating animal products. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why don't you go in the description, big man, the big man that you say you are, go in the pinned comment and go have a debate about it. You big man, you. Or let me guess, you're gonna be too afraid. Well, if you're a man, why would you be afraid to go on Discord and have a discussion about things? Big manly man. Oh, you're the mink farm guy. Oh, so how does it feel to have like your industry ending slowly in front of you, John? Your mink industry, which has been banned in many countries, which will continue and ultimately be banned everywhere, John. Does it make you sad that you can't exploit animals anymore? Does it make you want to cry? Also, John, why do you want to spread more pandemics? Do you think zoonotic disease is good for society or bad? Oh, your farm is a black market and you're fine. Imagine that. Deranged. Oh, deranged. Stench. Fuck, it reeks here. Some weird comments here.
Get another job. Get another job. Get a job that doesn't torture animals. Terrible.
And this guy claims that all he is a delivery driver to bring brutalized, slaughtered cows to a facility, and that he has no part in it because he doesn't eat animals. Right. So this is it. So they have like barbed wire fences, and what's been explained to me is the reason they have the barbed wire fences is not so activists can't get in. Very easily get in, but it's so the cows can't get out. So the animals can't get out, so they're stuck in there. Ramming it, Steve, excuse me, who's ramming what down your throats? I'm simply here filming, and you guys complain that we ram it down your throats? Please. You guys always act like the fucking victims too. Oh, me, 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 me. When meanwhile, cows are shipped across from Alberta to Toronto 30 plus hours in their feces, being killed at 5 years old, 6 years old, being forced to be pregnant. Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah. Ramming it down our throat. It's an injustice is what's happening.
You believe in slaughtering horses? So you don't believe in slaughtering horses? What's the difference? What's the difference, my friend?
Look at the shit on the side of the truck. These people just cause chaos here. So he's blocking. Is he blocking it? Or is he trying to move? Oh yeah. Like, look at cars driving. I mean, like. Yeah. Oh, fuck the smell, man. Jesus. Yeah. It's too hard to. Yeah.
The air quality index is quite high, 10 plus.
Why?
Bad.
Yeah. So why do you want people not protesting? Donald, do you think that freedom of expression should be banned? Because if you do, I'll ban you from my channel. Yeah, Donald? Answer me. Do you think freedom of expression should be banned, Donald? Holy fuck. It's a free country, not free for the animals that you exploit. So are you saying that we can have dog farms and burn them on fire like we do most of the other animals? Burn them with gas chambers and then torture them as well, rip out their testicles or burn their beaks off? You think that's acceptable? You think that's cool? Hey, Vegan Stoner Lady. Guys, go over and subscribe to Vegan Stoner Lady. Always active, always out there. If you guys want to check out the live streams, we have calls. You guys can come in, have conversations with us on live. We'll have conversations. We don't have to debate. We can have conversations like in the link in the description if you want to carry on these conversations. It's been a weird day here, man. Right when I got here, truck drivers here yelling at me, saying disgusting, vile things right in front of his child. Like sexual things, kind of weird. And then the fact that he brings his child to a slaughterhouse, which is insane. So again, this is part of Project Livestream. Activists all over the world are showing up, showing the truth, the reality of our food system. There's some people that don't think we should be allowed to protest. And so some people says not freedom of expression, it's from mental, like this is the thing, like people driving so fucking crazy around here. It's not surprising. But yeah, this is the counter argument. You can tell that guy's real educated, really has a lot to say. No, he's probably someone who's done things to the animals that you can't even comprehend, that most people never would do. Your mother and father ate meat. You were a healthy baby partly due. So, you know, grape existed for a long time. You know, slavery helped people out as well. Some people, not all. So are you saying that just because we did something in the past that we should continue doing it in the future? Hate, love? Again, this isn't necessary. You're choosing for it to be necessary, but it's not. That's the difference, right? If it was necessary, we wouldn't be here, right? We would be accepting that this is necessary, we have to do this, right? But it's not. It's not necessary, so why continue to oppress animals? I mean, most of you guys probably have a companion animal beside you, or you grew up with one. So what's crazy to me is that you can't think in that context. Like, if this was your dog, your cat, your companion going into the slaughterhouse, you certainly would not want them to be doing that to dogs and cats. So it's kind of ridiculous that you pick these arbitrary animals. I shared on my Instagram, someone did a great reel describing that, like that we can't put dogs into gas chambers, but we can put pigs into gas chambers. John, I'm retired and I'm not an animal abuser. I don't believe in anally electrocuting someone while they're alive. I don't believe in ripping their skin off so somebody can wear them as a fashion item. That's ridiculous, John. And deranged, John, very deranged. Why not go vegan? Chits, why don't you go to the Discord, talk to somebody about it? Don't just be so binary in your beliefs. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I work for the Canadian government. I changed 12 years ago. What are the odds of that? Right? So if I can change, I mean, clearly anybody can change. It's not that hard. This guy's got a fucking stogie in his mouth driving by. Like, so this guy's coming out of the slaughterhouse, literally with a stogie in his mouth. Goes to show you, your food inspection system is top notch, guys. Holy fuck, man. Insane. Okay. I need some juice. This is Toronto. Oh God. Didn't I ban you? Some weird comments. As usual. I mean, what do you expect when there's morally bankrupt trolls in this world? Imagine that's your life. To go on someone trying to make the world a better place, their stream, and trolling. Like what? So bizarre. Holy shit, I can't see. It's so hard to see the screen. Joe, why do you hate animals so much? What did they ever do to you? Like, why do these people bully animals? Why? Bully, like this is your goal in life your role in life to bully animals? What the hell, man? Like, it's amazing. Hey Scott, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. It's been a fucking. Actually, you know what? This has been pretty normal stream where you have pretty normal reactions, especially from slaughterhouse employees or delivery drivers or whatever it is. Fucking mad. And this is it. Like Toss, whatever his name is. This is the way people think, I guess. This is the mentality. Thank you, Indica. Oh, now it just turned bright. That's so weird. Maybe the phone needed a little break. Maybe it was B12 deficient. Give it a little B12 fix there. What? Call the cops? Why? Did something happen? Well, we know, Tim, a lot of people just don't care. But then they're the first to care when something else is going on in the world.
David, you deal with the trolls really well, don't you?
I'm dealing with one right now. So Tom says they don't care. And so I would say, like, a lot of people don't care, but we're here talking to the people that do care. It's pretty sad that people don't care, but this is the reason why we live in a shit world, right? Because if you don't care and you, if you don't want to live in a better world, it's going to come and affect you in some way or another.
Right.
And most people do care when it affects them in a negative way, whether it be the environmental factors that are going on, whether it be things like violent crime in your community, whether it be things like more violence in the world. Of course, this is all going to catch up with you at some point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And now people in the USA are experiencing all the wildfires. So,
Yeah.
you know, what's another thing? The environmental impact of animal life.
Yeah, we talk about this is like why I said my stream, Canada is burning. And so whether or not you are a climate person or you're not, it's still the fact that we're still, animal agriculture causes such a devastation on the environment. You look at places like Utah, for example. Utah, they're going to have climate refugees in the United States of America due to feeding water to cows. And you know how much water freshwater cows drink.
Exactly.
And the crops are also using water.
Yep.
I mean, this is all going down the drain essentially when you can just very easily replace it.
Right, and yet they accuse the vegans, who are a small percentage of the population, of killing more animals and using all the resources. It's like, hello.
Yeah. I guess the steelman argument to that is, sometimes I go into it, but the steelman argument is like, you're feeding 93 billion land animals every year when you could just cut out the middleman.
Exactly.
And that's far less. Trillions of animals versus billions of animals. And we all know this was from a Joe Rogan podcast. Ted Nugent made up this stat. And the way the stat was is they counted a square area. They counted all the animals in the area, assuming that the animals never would leave the area. That they would never leave the area, and you know how slow harvesters go. It's like Austin Powers, you know. It's like he's driving, stop, no, you know. That's how fast they're going, as if the animals would never leave the area.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous, and
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, such a ridiculous thing that people bring up crop deaths, and you know, obviously we don't want that, but go to veganic farming, vertical farming. Precision fermentation. If we lived in a world that valued and respected animals, then hey, guess what? we're going to find better methods. We're going to move towards that future. It's going to be a more empathetic world instead of an apathetic and psychopathic world, which we're currently living in, if you didn't notice. And I was going to say that people that complain about things like their taste pleasure are often people that are complaining that we shouldn't protest these things, but also they're going to be the first to complain about freedom of speech. You know, they're going to be the first ones lining up to the doctors and saying, oh my gosh, or they're going to be the first ones crying when a zoonotic disease comes and wipes out half the human population and saying, oh, I didn't know, I didn't know. If you care about your loved ones, why on earth would you even risk? Why would you risk animal agriculture knowing that an avian influenza could wipe out 20% of the population, create anarchy? COVID was what, 5%, 3%, 2%? Imagine 20%, imagine 50%. The world would spiral, we would never be able to recover, or maybe some of us would, but that's not the point. The point is, why would you risk, even if you think it was man-made, you think there's no such thing as zoonotic diseases? You think that avian influenza is a fake disease? You think it's a fake pandemic? Zoonotic disease? You think it's fake? I worked in a pandemic response in 2014, bro. You think swine flu is just made up? You think all the diseases that have ever existed that are coming from these animals just don't exist, right? Because your theory about what happened in the lab. I don't care if you think if it happened in a lab or not, or if it's an attack, a bioweapon. How are we getting these bioweapons to happen then, buddy? You're using animals, and you're also risking things like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter into communities. You're flooding. 1 in 6 Americans contract a pathogen like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter. Why would you do that to your loved one, your family? Why would you risk their entire life to have a neurological disorder or some sort of thing that's going to affect them disease-wise for the rest of their lives? Go look it up. Go look what E. coli does to you. Go look up what Salmonella does to you. Go look up what Listeria does to you. You're paying for that to happen. You're literally putting that bomb, that potential bomb, on your child's plate. You're paying for them to eat that, risking their entire life. And for what? These things, thank you. Thank you. And for what? Something you can easily replace? And what are you talking? It doesn't come from plants. It comes from the feces that is used from a place like this. It comes from cow shit, when we can very easily move away from cow shit being a resource. Let's move away from using feces. I don't want to drive out into the country and all you smell is fucking defecation. How ridiculous is that? Why do you want to live in a world where all you smell is shit and you have to risk your life because they're using shit for everything? Ridiculous. How many baggage chips are there now? Brainwash, Mike, what are you talking about? I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. What am I brainwashing? Why don't, this is the thing, stop brainwashing people. You're lying, you're wrong. What am I wrong about? Tell me what it is I'm wrong about. Explain to me, explain to everyone else how I'm wrong. That this is not as a result of, or this isn't happening because of animal agriculture. Please do, tell me. Yeah, dude, I go to the gym and the fucking animal eaters, the fucking the rigor mortis, rotten flesh, breath eaters, the meat flakes that shit in the gym. Holy fuck, dude. That's the most disgusting thing you'll ever smell. Including the rotten, actually, go to a slaughterhouse, actually go to a rendering facility and a slaughterhouse. Lick the ground, and that's what it smells like from you flesh breath eaters and your feces and your burnt corpses on barbecues. Disgusting. Hateful? Not hateful. I'm responding. Thank you, Om. Proof of what? What do I need to show proof of? That 1 in 6 people contract. So I just made up that stat? Go look it up. Go look it up. It's literally like type in how many people contract pathogens each year in the United States. It's right there, dude. Yeah, this guy's a bit of a perv. Another, probably, he might even be the truck driver from earlier. So I don't want people like that here. Pervy pervs. Said an inspector. Oh, there you are. So you got a CFI inspector right there, I think. I don't see a badge though. I find it very interesting that now an inspector, is she an inspector? It's now going out. This is the guy actually who assaulted me with his car. He drove his car right up behind me and slammed his brakes. Can you imagine someone would actually do that? Because they're so upset that I'm just filming. I'm literally just filming. Oh my God, there's fucking cameras all over the place. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? There's another one. Did they get rid of the camera? Maybe. I think there used to be 4 up there. Maybe I'm missing it. It is bright and it's fucking hot. Yeah, and there's the manager who saw the guy assault me. I mean, this is what happens. What's the point of talking to the guy if he's not giving... What do you mean? What's the point of this guy? He's not giving equal to everyone in the comments. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, GD. Rex. I'm not giving equal time to people that are wasting my time? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I'm just gonna give everyone equal time because someone says, you're wrong, you're lying. But they can't like even articulate a sentence together to tell anybody why I'm wrong and I'm lying. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Oh, fuck, man. Holy shit, man. I feel like maybe I'm taking on too much. Like, I deal with the trolls all the time and I'm trying to like make them look like complete idiots. And maybe some of them will change. Actually, we've had a few people say they've changed. They've gone on to troll vegans and then they find out that they're not like as bad as you think, and so here we go. Take a wide turn. Yeah. It's like we know you're coming, buddy. fucking smell. Jesus. Do you think bullying animals makes you strong or something? Why are you
vegan?
Why are you bullying animals?
That defend the 99.999% of abused animals on the planet.
Thanks for being here, Len.
Everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Follow this.
Thank you.
Hero.
Exactly. Fucking disgusting.
Murdering animals, nothing more important than a line on the sidewalk, okay? Have you ever thought about going vegan? Do you think you need to eat animals? I don't need it. You don't need to eat animals at all? For what? For what? Well, if you're over there,
Oh my God,
come
you're
here.
not on your property.
Like, is it protein? Are you concerned about protein? What?
I just eat it.
But you need it?
I just eat it.
But you don't need it, though. Okay, so you don't need to eat animals.
Harassing him. This is the same guy who drove his car up behind me, slammed on the brakes, and saw his employee throw a punch at my face and stood behind me while I was walking backwards, and also harassed me and walked around me. So I don't give a flying fuck about this guy. This guy is actually dangerous, even though he looks like a little whatever. He's dangerous. Yeah. This guy's psycho.
This is psychotic. Look in your eyes and then get back to us. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, you do need to look in your eyes. And if you don't care about them, care about your body. Because your bowels, you're going to get bowel cancer. You're going to get bowel cancer. You need to get like a prostate exam. Because you're developing cancer right now as we speak. You are. You can go across the street and you can get a job selling vegetables instead of psychotically tortured animals. It's wrong what you're doing. It's wrong.
I'm retired, and why do you want physical violence to happen to people? Mopar, why do you think physical violence is acceptable? Why do you think assaulting people physically is acceptable? That's Lenny Bruce, by the way, guys. You want to go follow them? Incredible activist for so many years. It's not the same thing. Who cares? What the fuck are you talking about? You're comparing a carrot to a dog? So if someone was torturing a dog, you would say that's comparable? You would say like someone torturing a dog is comparable to someone torturing a carrot? Fucking talk about morally bankrupt people. Let's see if he takes out a stick. A lot of these guys like to show off with their weapons, where they physically assault. This is why this guy said it was okay to physically assault vegans, because a lot of truckers will physically assault the cows to get them out of the truck. The same with the pigs. They will physically assault them. They also chuck chickens into crates. They rip off their wings, their legs doing so. They chuck them, their heads bounce against crates, and then they violently chuck them onto a metal shackle, throwing them on a metal shackle with their legs, sometimes ripping out their limbs, sometimes ripping off their legs entirely. This is very standard. I saw it countless times. These poor chickens and hens were so frail that their body parts would rip off. And look at this disgusting death truck. I mean, again, none of this is necessary, but people are paying for violence to happen. They think that violence is the way forward. A lot of people wouldn't want war in their backyards. A lot of people wouldn't want fires in their backyards, but yet they pay for a war on animals. And they literally set animals on fire, basically the same thing. You're sending them into gas chambers. Most animals will go into gas chambers. The chickens, the hens, the pigs, and then also on top of that, these mother cows are going to get shot in the face, sometimes multiple times, sometimes pregnant. And why are you telling me to shut up? And I'm a woke bitch. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, John Moore. You don't believe in freedom and freedom of speech? Mom and pop shops, actually, sorry about your luck. Look up the data on what happens on small scale farms. In fact, there's data showing that it's actually worse on these small scale farms. And I can attest, because the things that I saw on small scale farms were much worse oftentimes, because a lot of the bigger farms, there's a lot of more eyes on what's happening. And so they're all horrific, but especially horrific on these small scale farms. Think about it. You have people smashing piglets' heads on the ground. These are desperate, lonely people. God knows what they do to the animals. I've seen reports of what they do to animals. And if you can imagine, if you can use your imagination, what a lonely, lonely, lonely person would do. And the thing is, there are farmers who claim that they're good people out there doing good things, but guess what? When they hear of a bad farmer, they will never, ever, ever tell on them. Very rarely do they, maybe when they start to have a moral conscience and they're out of it, but very rarely do they ever tell on farmers. Very rarely do they ever tell on truck drivers. Very rarely would anybody ever tell on anybody inside a slaughterhouse. This is just caked in that no matter what, whether you set an animal on fire, whether you kick and beat the shit out of them, a farmer does not give one flying shit about that happening, because they never tell. They just care about their money. Money is what drives them. Money is all that matters. That's all this industry cares about, is money. They don't care about animal welfare. Look at this, like, people actually believe this humane myth or this fairy tale farm, this small scale farm. They believe in these things, which is absolutely wild to me. They believe that people can humanely shoot someone in the face, or they can humanely put someone in a gas chamber. Hey, that chip guy, thank you so much for being here. Go follow that chip guy, incredible activist for all the animals, out all the time. Same with Vegan Stoner Lady. Guys, go do that. One in the chat if you're vegan. One in the chat also if you're a content creator. Go and subscribe to these people. 2, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. 3, if you're someone who supports all these poor cows, now they're being terrorized to get off the truck. You can hear them running and freaking out. Can you imagine what that must have been like to go on this death truck and not know what the hell's going on, driving all the way up to this, the anxiety that they must have, then knowing they're about to be shot in the face, seeing that gun come up to their head and being shot, boom, having their ankle wrapped around by a chain, yes, a chain, and then having their neck jabbed at by some crazy person with a knife. stabbing them over and over and over again, having their skin ripped off their head, their face, their bodies. People witnessing that, doing this, being a part of it. Kosher is just the same. You just, what do? It's no different, actually. They say they don't stun. Well, I mean, stunning is just immobilizing anyway. It's no fucking different. Insane. And then people carry this home. They see this violence all day. This is normalized in society. How insane is that violence is acceptable in society? So I think I'm gonna walk down. Maybe I'll walk down to another place. Or maybe there, I'll show you over here. So this guy made his money. He could drive other things. There's other trucking jobs all over the place. So you can see up here, this is where the chopped up body parts are falling out. These will go into what they call a rendering facility, and that will go in for your pets, your dogs, your cats, your companions. This is like the intestines, the bones, the cancers, the tumors. And this guy's the owner. Here's the owner, guys. This is the owner, yeah. So this guy owns Cargill. I'm trying to remember his name. Robert, Bob. It's a big man. So he's got a big truck, lives in a nice neighborhood, big mansion, you know. You don't want to smoke in front of your boss? Look at all you guys. Look at all you guys. Look at all you guys here. Well, welcoming the boss. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Praising your Lord and Savior right here. Why don't you guys bend the knee? Bend down.
Suck my dick.
Why don't I what?
Why don't you suck my dick?
Suck your dick?
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. I'm sorry.
I don't do what you say.
Yeah.
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 You wanna get a
Yeah.
Look up at it. A sissy fucking pat it.
Right in front of your boss, huh? Wow. So these guys act like this right in front of their boss. And this is what takes place. Now he's coming at a woman. Now he's coming at a woman. These guys talk shit to me all the time. They joke around. And then he cries when I say something. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Oh.
So it's okay if someone bans the camera and goes to you.
Amazing. Amazing. This is the manager, by the way. This is the guy who hires all the people to come and work here. He told me himself. We actually used to have a somewhat decent working relationship, I guess you could say. Not working, but. And then I told him his employee tried to assault me, and he's right in front of him, and he actually saw it, and he's like, he didn't do anything. And I'm like, yeah, sure, buddy. And so now he gets triggered when I say something off the cuff, but these guys, you can go back in my videos. You can look at the way they treated me, the way they talked to me, the way I've been assaulted, and they all laugh about it in the corner. They laugh at the truck driver coming up to me aggressively, and a bunch of them around, and I'm by myself. So it's amazing. He's playing victim here. He's crying. And it's funny, he literally acted this way right in front of his boss. His boss is right here. The guy who owns the place is right here. His name is Robert. Acts this way right in front of his boss. Maybe his boss couldn't hear from that angle. But I think the guy probably just wants to get fired and get it over with. That's what I think maybe will happen at some point. We'll see. But yeah, again, we're just filming here. We're just standing here, and these guys come up near me right when I'm near the owner, and they're all upset, right? So Bob, guy's very big. He talked to me. The first thing he actually said to me is that his dad died when he was 19. I just met him. People wanted me to meet him. I talked to him for a little bit, and the first thing he said, oh my God, the smell. He said, my dad died. Look at the seagulls waiting for a little meal here so they can eat the tumors and the intestines and the eyeballs of the cows. They can get some tumors off the parts that the humans won't eat that are set to go to rendering. Incredible. So yeah, guys, it's always amazing here. Well, actually, Donald, if I really push it, I could get him and the other guy fired, possibly have criminal charges as well. So it's funny you say that, but so yeah, you can see the parts coming off the conveyor belt here, and again, you're gonna feed. You guys say you love your cats and dogs. That's gonna be fed to your animals. Yes, the Dallas Joey. Good observation. That's how I thought of the name of my channel. People keep saying that as if they don't. Maybe they didn't watch the movie. I don't know. Randall, I'm here to show the truth about our food system. I don't like the smell, and I'm trying to explain it to people. Most people wouldn't like the smell. So if you don't like the smell, then why would you pay for something so disgusting to happen? You can see the seagulls bent over here. A bunch of them are probably inside eating the disgusting parts. I thought that was pretty incredible that Bob drove up. He waved to me actually, which is funny. How am I trespassing when literally the owner is right there? He's just walking away. The manager just walked away. Security's right here, and security just walked away. So wouldn't you think if I was trespassing that they would be right here? What the hell are you talking about? We don't trespass, and this is like another deflection. This is what these people do, is they complain about where we stand, who we are, what we do. They don't want fundamental freedoms of expression to take place, but they would be against their own expressions being suppressed. You can't have it all both ways, right? So yeah, there's little birds flying up. They'll be grabbing some minced body parts. Disgusting. This isn't about sex.
See parts of these just murdered animals that are being discarded. That's why seagulls are because they're snacking.
Tim, well, there's an injustice happening here. I get trolled on here constantly. People disrespect me, the animals, and they talk about them as if they're nothing. So we gotta fight back against that, you know. We gotta. Excuse me?
You're blocking the way. You gotta walk.
How am I blocking the way? What the fuck are you talking about?
Bullshit.
Look, you walked around, didn't you? Eat shit, buddy. Yeah, Lenny's giving the right examples here. And we want the death of dairy because it is death. It is violent. And you see people just walking down the street saying, get out of the way. Fuck that, man. I'm literally standing there. People can walk around. People want to be violent and talk that way to me. Well, I'm not going to be pushed around. I'm sorry. Provocation? No, I'm just standing here exercising my fundamental freedoms of expression. If you don't believe in that, if you think that's wrong, then maybe I can delete you from the chat, right? Because then you're not getting your freedoms to speak here, right? Is that how the world should work? Should we exercise our value in our life that way, of suppressing things that we don't like? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So children, John, are working in slaughterhouses. Do you care about that? John, do you care about children working in slaughterhouses? Do you think that's an ideal situation? Do you think migrants, immigrants, refugees should be forced to work in these places just because you don't want to do it for yourself, or have suffer the consequences like they do? Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, 3, I'm not even going to do 3. Let's see the green hearts as well. Once again, Project Livestream all day today. Several activists fighting for the animals, and you see exactly what happens when you come to a place like this, because people know it's wrong. People know deep down inside it's wrong. You would never kick a dog. A world where kicking dogs would not be acceptable. You would be the one fighting against that. We're kicking cows into death holes here. We're kicking them onto trucks. We're shooting them in the face. We're stabbing them in the throat. We're taking their babies away from them. Again, none of this is necessary. This does not have to happen. We can make alternative choices, and you see exactly how violent the industry is. These are the kind of people that will attack you, that will go against your freedoms of expression. But again, we're simply here fighting for this innocent animal. This innocent animal not to be exploited, to be executed, to be taken advantage of, just because they're born in a different species, guys. We aren't cows. We don't need to use animals. They're innocent, sentient beings. Thank you. And you can live vegan. I've been vegan for 12 years. I'm out here because of the things I fucking witnessed, and I think the world needs to wake up. And I think a lot of people are doing really good things. Don't pay too much attention to the trolls. I actually let some of them stick around so people can see how deranged this system is and how it's affected them. And hopefully some of them will change. And we've seen plenty of even people that work in these places change. This guy says we're using children labor, but yet he's okay with children working in slaughterhouses. Crazy, right? We are against all forms of exploitation, including when it comes to humans. And we can be for all causes, but again, what can we accomplish? Well, for sure we can remove 5,000 to 20,000 animals from our plates. And I think that's where it starts. That's where it needs to start. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We're going to see you next time. It could possibly be tomorrow, but you won't know unless you turn on that notification bell, you hit subscribe. And I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to be, but it might be a little more light than today is. So unless if it's raining, which could happen. But thank you so much to the mods. Martin, you're incredible. Also to all the vegans in the chat. Throw out ones if you're a content creator. Please go over and subscribe to them, guys. We're going to see you next time. And thank you to all the people out there for Project Livestream. You guys are game changers, and thank you for helping make the world a better place.